up leftovers. Now, I don't know about you, but every time I tell my family that we're having leftovers for dinner, I usually get a resounding groan. Not so much from my husband, but certainly from my kids. So I have found that if I dress them up a different way, I can get them to eat leftovers, and I get a completely different response. So as I was going through the refrigerator trying to decide what I was going to make for dinner tonight, it's also the day before I go to the grocery, so I was taking inventory of what's in my refrigerator and what we still needed to eat. I realized that we had some leftover barbecue chicken, and I had these beautiful peppers still in the refrigerator that I hadn't used. So I started thinking about how I could use up the leftover barbecue chicken and the peppers. And the first thing I thought of was stuffed peppers, because my whole family loves stuffed peppers. And then I thought, well, what about the barbecue chicken? So I got to thinking, when Alan and I were first dating, there was a restaurant that we frequented called The Cooker, and they had a dish called Chicken Monterey. And that was something that I always ordered every time we went. And it is, if you're not familiar with Chicken Monterey, it's a grilled chicken breast. I guess you can pan saute it, but it's a chicken breast smothered in barbecue sauce and then topped with Monterey Jack chicken, bacon, and tomatoes. I think green onion also, or at least that's how they made theirs. So I thought, why not make chicken Monterey stuffed peppers? So that's what we're going to do today, is make chicken Monterey stuffed peppers. Now, as I looked at my refrigerator, I do not have any bacon, so I guess we're going to do it without the bacon. But it would be totally delicious if you had that and put that up on top. So let's get ready to do our stuffed peppers. Okay guys, the first thing we're going to do is make our rice. So I've got a pan heating up here on the stove, and to the pan I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. And then I have half of an onion and 2 cloves of garlic that I've chopped. And we're going to saute those in the pan with the butter. And we're going to let those saute and soften for a minute. Add a little bit of salt here. And a little bit of pepper. And we're just going to let those saute for about a minute. So good. Just with the onions and garlic, it smells good. Okay, now we're going to add 1 cup of organic white rice, or you could add brown rice. And actually, you could use any grain that you like. I know a lot of people are starting to eat quinoa and other grains. Stuffed peppers are traditionally made with rice, but use whatever grain that you like. So we're going to toast the rice for just a minute. Then we're going to add 2 cups of water. Now you could also use chicken broth here if you prefer. Put on the lid, bring it up to a boil, and then let it simmer for, I believe it's 20 minutes that it takes to cook, and then we'll be ready to go on to the next step. So I'll bring you back when we're ready to start making our filling and stuffing our peppers. Hi guys, welcome back. While my rice was cooking, I went ahead and took the seeds and the membranes out of my peppers, but I did leave the stem intact. That way none of the filling will fall out when you're cooking them. And to make these even more delicious, we're going to grill them on the grill instead of doing them in the oven. And I forgot to get my barbecue chicken out, so hold on just 1 second. Sorry. Okay, barbecue chicken. All right, I put my rice in a bowl, and again we had we sauteed onion and garlic, half of an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and with our rice, and then cooked it. And now we're just going to take our barbecue chicken that we had left over, and I'm going to finely dice it up. Not too finely, but you don't want it real big either. And I have little beggars at my feet. You can hear them begging. I've tried really hard over the last several years to not waste food. So I've tried to come up with ways to use up leftovers, creative ways to use up leftovers. I hate throwing food out. I know it happens. It gets shoved to the back of the refrigerator or whatever, and then it gets forgotten. But I hate throwing away food, and I feel guilty every time I do. So it's something I've worked real hard at, to try to throw out a lot less food. I grew up very poor, so anytime we had leftovers, it was a blessing. But my family's just not big on leftovers, so I'm trying to come up with creative ways to dress it up so it doesn't matter if it's leftovers or not. Plus, I think we should be good stewards over the things we've been blessed with, and if we've been blessed with good food, we should do our part and make sure we use it up. Alright, we're dicing up our chicken. Now, if you don't have leftover chicken, you can totally make this with any kind of chicken you want. It doesn't have to be grilled. This was just a recipe that I came up with to use up my leftover grilled chicken. That was kind of messy. Okay, and then I am going to add a little bit extra barbecue sauce. There's that homemade sauce again. Keep telling you, it's the best. So much better than store-bought. I don't want to add too much, but there wasn't a whole lot left on my chicken. So, and Chicken Monterey, the star, is barbecue chicken. So, since we're doing Chicken Monterey Stuffed Peppers, we need a fair amount of barbecue sauce. Now, that's totally to taste. So, go ahead and add as much or as little as you want. Just give that a stir. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And it looks like I might have more filling here than I need. We'll see. And again, you don't have to use rice. Use quinoa or whatever grain you want. Stir that up. Move the cutting board out of my way, and I'm just going to give it a quick taste. Pretty tasty. I'm going to use 2 more scoops of barbecue sauce. And then the other star of the show we've got going on here is our cheese. Now this is a combination of Monterey Jack and cheddar. But you can use whatever combination you like, but since it is Chicken Monterey, you should use some Monterey Jack cheese. And I used about 1.5 cups in this mixture. And the cheese will act like a binder and kind of make everything stick together as our peppers cook. Alright, we're going to stuff our peppers. And my peppers aren't huge, so if I have leftover filling, that may be different for you depending on the size of your peppers. family loves stuffed peppers, so it'll be interesting to see what their reaction is to this recipe. But I'm not going to tell them it's leftovers, made up a different way. And like I said, bacon is also a part of chicken Monterey, but I don't have any, so we're skipping that part. But that would be something you would want to put on at the end as a topper after you cook them. And I like my peppers fairly full. And the onions and garlic in the rice really add a nice layer of flavor. But personally, I think onions and garlic are always a good idea. And of course, homemade barbecue sauce. I hope you guys give that a try sometime. And you don't have to use my recipe. There's lots of different recipes out there, but honestly, homemade barbecue sauce just tastes so much better than anything you get in the grocery store. And you save money. So it's a win-win. Alright, I think that's pretty good. A little bit more in this one. Push it in there. Okay, I do have some filling left over, but like I said, my peppers were not real big, so if you have bigger peppers, you would certainly use all this filling, which was enough rice to serve 4, and a cup and a half of cheese. And then I had roughly 1 nice size barbecued chicken breast. So set that aside, and then we're going to go fire up our grill, and I'll bring you back once we're ready to put these on the grill and cook. Hey guys, we're getting ready to grill up our peppers. We lit the charcoal and got it ready, and we're going to cook the peppers for about 20 minutes on indirect heat, and then for about 10 on direct heat. So I just want to show you how we have it set up, and we're going to let them start cooking, and I'll bring you back in a bit. Okay, our peppers have been on indirect heat for about 20 minutes, and now we're going to put a slice of Monterey Jack cheese across the top and move them over to direct heat so that they can blister up a little bit and roast on the bottom. And about 10 minutes of that, and we should be good to go. And they look beautiful and they smell delicious. Okay, our peppers were on the grill with the cheese and over the hot coals, over the direct heat for about 10 minutes, and now our cheese is all ooey gooey and melted, and our peppers, let's show you here, they are beautifully charred on the bottom. Check that out. Yum-o. And we're going to have ours with a salad on the side, and I put some diced tomato across the top, which is traditional with chicken Monterey, and some chives on top. As I said earlier in the video, traditionally they do put crispy bacon over the top, so you could do that here as well. It'd be really delicious. And there you have it. Okay guys, that's it for chicken Monterey stuffed peppers on the grill. This was a fun recipe to create and use up our leftover barbecued chicken. I hope you'll give this recipe a try. And let me know in the comment section if you do. Let me know what you thought of the recipe. And if you enjoyed coming along with me today for this recipe, please like and subscribe to my channel. And like I said, leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know what you thought. Thanks so much for watching and spending part of your time with me today. Bye-bye.